time on Heavy Rescue 401.
I just don't like hanging out here in the fog.
Freak weather
We gotta move here, guys.
brings danger for Gary
Wow, this is bad.
and forces a risky recovery for the Ross crew.
My arm's hurt.
Watch your back. Look out! Whoa!
There's a way. Gotta be.
And Bubba fights a rush hour wreck
I'm still weary on this, man.
that packs its own punch.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Can't see a dang thing. No, we weren't prepared for this today. I can't see out of my passenger side barely.
A midwinter thaw is pushing warm air across southern Ontario.
Hard to see the lines, hard to see the road at the best of times. Yeah, I'm definitely not liking it, that's for sure.
But the sudden spike in temperature comes with a heavy price. Thick, blinding fog. From Toronto,
You wait, it might get worse.
all the way down through the southwestern tip of the province.
Gotta be careful. No kidding, holy crap.
This is really bad, eh?
Just outside of Windsor, OPP Constable Jim Root keeps an eye on drivers fighting their way eastward on the 401.
It's extremely foggy, and visibility is not very good at all. About 15 years ago, we had a really bad accident down here, the worst in the history of the OPP as far as numbers of vehicles involved, fatalities, and that was fog-related.
In September 1999, a sudden band of fog descended on this stretch of highway, triggering the worst pileup in the history of the nation. So today, Jim needs to make sure drivers are adjusting to the conditions.
As long as you slow down and keep good distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, you should be able to get from point A to point B safely.
But as night falls, visibility is only getting worse across the southwest.
No, looking good. Ground show should be starting soon.
And in Sarnia, just after 10:30,
All right. Bye-bye.
preferred heavy op Mark Colbrand is driving right into the fog to answer a call 40 miles east on the 402.
Myself and Aaron are heading out to it. I've got the 35-ton and Aaron's bringing the rotator. We've got reduced visibility, so that presents a danger in itself.
I've never seen fog like this. Never. This is a spring thing, not a winter thing. We've got to get in there and get this thing out real quick because it could present a dangerous situation if that fog closes in on us.
But first, he has to stop and pick up the boss.
There we go, Gary, right there. Found him.
I was just coming back from a meeting in Toronto.
Okay, let's do this.
I've got my jeans on. Really wasn't prepared to do a wreck this evening.
Gary Vanden Heuvel's wife, Tammy, will continue home in their car because Gary has insisted on joining his crew.
So on a job like this, you know, I just want to avoid anybody getting hurt. My primary concern is my people.
Where are your pylons?
Left side.
Your side?
Yep.
Get them for me quick. Quick, quick, quick. That's good. Get me a jacket and I got her.
It's critical right now to get our cones out, get as many flashing lights, anything that we can do to make ourselves visible.
How are you tonight?
Oh man, not bad.
Miserable, isn't it? We'll make it as quick as we can.
Visibility has reduced down to almost 50 feet, and that really isn't a lot of visibility when you're talking about cars coming at you at 80 to 100 kilometers an hour.
That poor visibility sent the truck careening into the ditch, loaded with 80,000 pounds of produce. Getting it out might not be so simple.
Aaron, run the chain right through here.
No bumper pins.
None at all?
Nope, nothing.
It's crazy.
Through the wheel with that purple one?
Give it a shot. I don't like it.
I don't
at
either.
all. It's got a great big bumper with no pull pins on it. So it just makes it very difficult to pull this thing up and out of the ditch this way.
It's gonna take longer to get this thing hooked up. This just made this recovery a totally different job now.
Let's get it going. Get your line running, go.
It's totally closed in. The bumper's low to the ground.
We gotta move quick on this one to get it moving. Every minute we're here is one more minute that the danger exists that we're gonna get hit out here with this fog rolling in. Oh, man.
On North America's busiest highway, closure is not an option.
Let's get it in there, see what it does. We need to get this out of here now, okay? Let's move.
This is a Texas-style bumper. It's flat, it has no pull pins in it. There's nothing to hook on the front of this truck.
He's got an awfully pretty front bumper, but pretty makes it tough for pulling this guy out. We've got a endless loop through the rim of the passenger side. I don't like it, but it's all we got to grab.
Grabbing the rim can do a lot of damage if we don't watch what we're doing.
We're gonna take a low pull because I don't want to pull this guy's front axle right off this truck. This truck's fully loaded. If I pull on it too hard, I can pull that axle right off. Try that right there, mark off that clevis.
Okay.
To reduce the stress on the axle, Gary wants to pull it from a lower angle.
We want to make sure that we don't damage it any further.
Let's get it going. Get your line running, go. Right through here, okay?
Operator Aaron Braun runs another load line to the rear of the trailer.
Okay, has he got a hold of it?
Yeah, he's got her.
Coming down?
Come down.
They're ready for the pull. But despite the blinding conditions,
They're coming hard.
traffic is speeding up.
There's a few of them just going by full speed, and this is extremely frustrating. Visibility is going down to near zero. We are just a sitting duck.
Snugging him up, let's take him. Just pull him sideways, see what he does. Just release all your brakes if you don't mind. Turn your wheel this way, yep.
What we're gonna have the driver do is steer out of the ditch as I pull on the tractor.
Okay, Mark, let's go. Start snugging yours up. There we go, it's coming up. Aaron, go ahead. Winch up now.
Oh, stop!
What? Bumper. Hold on. Dig it out, get our shovel, let's go.
As we start pulling on this, we've got to stop. The front bumper's starting to dig into the ground. It's catching the ditch.
Sometimes these things just fight you like this, and it's just frustrating. You got fog rolling in, you got a bumper digging into the ground here because somebody has to have a big shiny bumper on a truck. You know, I just don't like hanging out here in the fog. It's just, there's so much danger behind this.
Man, oh man, I can finally see 10 feet in front of me again. Yeah, I hear ya.
30 miles southeast, the fog has just lifted. For now.
Somebody roll over on 401 westbound.
But the damage is already done.
Right now, we're heading down the 401. We got a tractor rolled over. The highway's closed and nobody's moving anywhere.
Ross Services' Brad Prince heads to join the crew, already on scene on the 401 between London and Chatham.
Got nothing but brake lights ahead of me. Traffic is just backed up like crazy.
Traffic was just a disaster. Brutal. The road was completely blocked.
Wow, this is bad. I'm gonna have to get going pretty quick here.
I tell you one, they're gonna be a while cleaning that mess up, aren't they?
The westbound semi, carting 35,000 pounds of nuts and bolts, drifted off the road. When the driver tried to correct, the truck smashed down across the highway. The impact ripped open the trailer's roof,
They said they're getting in line.
complicating the recovery for lead operator Mike Ross.
Grab another bag of oil, dry bread.
So tonight, he's called in veteran Dave Moss to help manage the scene.
Blocking the westbound lanes of the 401 completely. We need to get it off and then get the trailer turned around so it's off the road. Lots of pressure for us to get the 401 open again. You put all that traffic onto other roads which aren't meant to handle it.
Which way we want to go?
Their first move, try to get one lane of traffic moving.
We out?
So Mike decides to separate tractor and trailer.
It's gonna be quickest to disconnect the tractor, get it out of the way, and this way we can at least have one lane open to let the traffic that's waiting through.
Let her down. Nice.
Over the top of that, bring it around behind. There.
Try and get a lane open here.
We got the road closed down at the exit at 149, which is Curry Road, which is about 4 or 5 kilometers back. So there's a good backlog.
It'll be a little violent when it comes over, guys. Might throw stuff. It's gonna crash and bang here hard. Dylan's gonna hook up this tractor here and we'll have an open lane. We can clear some of this block to back up.
Traffic's coming through, guys. Cars coming. No sense holding them up anymore.
These vehicles have been sitting here for over an hour, so it's really nice to see them moving again.
Doesn't look very good. Not much you can do with that.
This trailer is completely compromised. There's no structural integrity left to it at all, so we can't operate it the way it sits.
We're just gonna give it a pull, this way we can give ourselves a bit more room to work and it's not so close to the traffic that's going through right now.
It'll be all right, man.
With fog starting to roll back in, Mike needs to work fast. He improvises, rigging a strap under the trailer to drag it off the road. But the trailer is so damaged, it might not survive the trip.
This is definitely a risk, but if it works, it's gonna save us a ton of time. Hopefully it stays together.
Watch your back there, guys. Traffic.
Cars coming.
Mike's tightened the strap up. It is starting to fray.
Just watch. If the strap breaks there, it could go that way.
I guess that's it.
This strap doesn't break apart. It's a great sigh of relief.
But now they're staring down 35,000 pounds of freight. Freight that has to come out before the recovery can continue.
The hard part is the trailer, because the trailer's so compromised that you can't stand it up. The load has to come out.
We dragged it on the ground pretty good there. I don't know what's left of it.
Say a little foggy down here. No, looking good.
Relentless fog is still clinging to Highway 402.
You wanna get me a sledge?
The preferred crew has freed up the tractor's stuck bumper, but it's added time to the job. The last thing that Gary wants.
So we'll break it up more if we have to.
I'm stressed because the fog is coming in. I know the potential's here for a major incident. If somebody can run into us, I don't like being out here.
Okay, let's go.
He's looking at this fog coming in, and he wants this truck out, and he wants it out now.
Fog's rolling all around us.
If he's worried, I'm worried.
Okay, let's get a pull on it again, guys. Let's go, let's get him out. It's good there, Mark. Okay, let's get you forward. He's got her. Just changing positions and places that we pull, just to get him up and out where we need him to come out. We gotta move here, guys. We're losing visibility by the second. Get right up to the back of him. Aaron, you gotta go this way. This way.
Aaron's repositioning, but he just swings it out a little bit too far out.
Turn out that way. And go, let's go, let's go. Come on now.
I cannot afford to have this truck anywhere near a live lane.
That way. Turn him that way.
It's good. Let's lock her up.
Mark re-rigs to help direct the trailer.
I'm gonna give a little tug on the trailer here off the front. Then hopefully he'll be able to steer it right up and out.
The trailer is leaning, and 80,000 pounds of cargo inside threaten to push it over.
You ready, Aaron? Mark, just nice and easy. Let's go. Hold it. Oh.
This trailer is so top heavy that it actually starts leaning and it pulls the wheels of the tractor off the ground.
We're gonna just try something here. We'll grab that back corner with your line.
Okay.
Pull on it, up on the front of the trailer.
They add another line to help anchor the leaning trailer.
Just got to make sure you don't reach that tipping point and you have a trailer on its side.
Wow. Okay, yeah, here it is.
Just before midnight, backup rolls in. Gary's son, Colin, and he gets right to work.
Carl, can you just check what we got in that back corner? Is anything strong to hook onto?
All we're doing is we're sliding the trailer up and out of the ditch. That will reposition the weight of this trailer and hopefully bring the wheels back down on the tractor.
Come on, we're losing this truck. Let's hurry. Hurry. We're really losing visibility.
We're standing on a live roadway and I don't want to lose one of my drivers. It's one of the highest stress jobs I've done in a long, long time.
Okay, guys, you got it? Okay, just hold on to it. Keep it tight, okay? Tighten it a little more, guys. Okay, Mark? Okay, my wheels on the far side of the tractor are way up, so let's just get it up here, nice and easy. Okay, let's go. Mark. I got him. Start pulling, Aaron. Pull, 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 pull. Pull, 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 pull. Okay, straighten that wheel out. Start straightening it out. We're almost there. Okay, whoa!
Stop.
How you doing, Mark?
It looks good. It's holding. All right, fire it up.
Get hooked up.
This truck driver, he hasn't got a lot of fuel left, and we can now not get the truck started.
All the fuel went to one side on the tanks, drained the main tank out of fuel, and it ran out of fuel.
This is just a frustration, just another piece we don't need on this recovery.
Okay, Mark, let off. Get hooked up.
There's no choice but to tow the semi. More time for the crew in this fog.
We don't want to be out there any longer than we have to.
Up. Okay, right there.
Good?
Yep.
Right on the white line, going as fast as he can.
You can't see 10 feet in front of your face. People are still doing 100 kilometers an hour. I want to go home tonight. Slow down.
Okay, we got him up and out. He's just out of diesel fuel now. Yeah, that's what I said. I'll get him up to the next exit. Let's get him off.
Yeah.
Let's get him somewhere safe in a parking lot.
Okay. All right, you're with me.
This is a major relief. Everybody's out of harm's way. This recovery is one of the most dangerous ones that I've done in a long time. That fog moved in a heartbeat.
Westbound, you guys got a wreck recovery just ahead of you.
Back down on the 401, another wave of fog is rolling in.
We got 35,000 pounds of nuts and bolts in this trailer.
And the Ross crew is facing a long, heavy offload.
It was definitely gonna have to be unloaded before we could do anything with it. The trailer was completely destroyed.
But Mike has an idea that could shave hours off the job.
You want to just try and
Yeah, I think that's
kind of
all right.
jiggle it?
Yeah, we're good with that.
All right.
Well, you cut the roof, Brad, and then all set up to give it a little wiggle here.
The trailer roof is already beyond saving. If they cut it wide open, they might be able to use gravity to dump the load into the ditch.
This is definitely a new one for me.
And Brad needs to cut it carefully, because if the load bursts through, he'll be right in its path.
Just get as high as you can, because if you cut here first and do that way, they'll just, we'll be looking for you underneath the nuts and bolts.
The load is sitting on the roof, so as I'm cutting it, the load wants to push out and end up on top of me. Got Dave behind me, holding on to me and ready to grab me out of the way.
We'll give it a little more. That's good.
Like Jello. My arms hurt. Well, we got the roof all the way through, so we're gonna do some rigging now, and we'll try and pick this thing up, see if we can get the load out of it.
See if we can turn it upside down, give it a shake.
They'll start by lifting with 2 high lines to drop the cargo. Then they'll pull with low lines to roll the trailer and set it down.
All right, we're gonna park there, Dave.
Okay.
But just as they start rigging,
The fog's setting in here, so night may not be over yet.
It was clear as a bell 1 minute, the next minute we can't see 100 feet down the road.
It's like working in a whiteout. You're all right at the accident scene, but outside of 100 feet around you, you have no idea what's going on.
Watch your back, traffic.
This fog just kind of rolled in out of nowhere.
on the 401 southwest of London, fog is closing in.
We just want to lift on the top first, I think.
Cutting off visibility just as the Ross crew makes the final adjustments for the unconventional rollover.
Watch your back.
With the fog rolling in, we really got to hurry up.
To drop the cargo safely, the plan is for the roof to completely give way and let go of the load.
Sides coming out of it in the back.
But the wall is tearing off under the weight,
Look out! Whoa!
preventing them from dumping the cargo.
Brad, we need to cut it right here. Let's cut it right across here in this corner here.
It's a 3-lane highway, and we've got 2 of the lanes blocked. Lots of pressure on the OPP for us to get this cleaned up so they can get the 401 open again.
That's it, you're good to go.
Good.
Time for round 2.
It'll hopefully stay together when we flip it back over.
chains didn't fall off. Drag it up on the road. Get it out of here.
The fog is gonna make the rest of this recovery a little too dangerous. So we're just gonna grab the trailer, leave the load, and come back tomorrow.
We're out of here.
Hey, westbound, is that accident cleared up here? Yes, that's going down.
140 miles to the northeast.
It's cold and clear, so no issues anywhere.
A drop in temperature has cleared the fog out of Toronto.
The big four are impaired driving, speeding, seatbelts, and distracted driving.
But east of the city, OPP Constable Rob Long is on the lookout for human dangers on the road.
When we're out on patrol, the OPP is always looking for the big four. They're what cause the most collisions and the biggest traffic safety concerns.
Just outside of Oshawa, Rob spots a safety concern that's less common, but still a potential danger.
We're gonna stop up here and see why this person's pulled over on the shoulder. It's not a very wide shoulder, so. It's not the best place to be stopped. When you're driving along the highway and you see someone pulled over, there could be any number of reasons. It could be that they're on their cell phone. It could be that they've broken down. It could be a medical issue. Hey, how you doing? Good, what's going on? You don't feel good, what's wrong?
I was driving and my head just started spinning, so...
Well, you did the right thing. Do you want me to get you to the ambulance?
No, I'm okay.
No, God, no, you didn't do anything wrong at this point. I was more worried about you than anything. When someone pulls over for a medical reason, it's not very common that you see that happen. In this case, the driver did the right thing. He pulled over. Are you good enough to drive?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm gonna follow you home, just to make sure that you're safe and sound. So whenever you're ready, okay? So we'll just follow him to his house, and if we see any issues with his driving, we'll stop the vehicle, and we'll go from there. Talking to him now, he seems like he's okay. I felt that it was safe enough for me to let him drive home as long as I escorted him, and the agreement was that if he started to feel dizzy again, he would immediately pull over.
It's a short trip, but long enough for Rob to observe the driver's ability.
So this gentleman's driving seems to be fine. Whatever it was, must have been short-lived. Everything's looking good so far. He's driving well, speeds are right, and he's staying within his lane. And he's home. I've got absolutely no issues with the way he was driving. It's extremely rewarding to be able to help people out in their time of need. You feel good.
Thank you very much.
All right, sir, you have a good night. All right, have a good night. Not always about giving out a ticket. He got home safe and sound, and at the end of everything, that's our main concern, is that everybody gets home safe and sound.
By the morning,
Temperatures have dropped. I hate the winter.
temperatures around the city have plunged to -4.
It's a cold, bitter day, so this should be fun.
But Bubba Semple is heading out into the cold.
I'm gonna try to pick up my pace a little bit.
Classic Towing 75-ton rotator has been called to help at a scene on the QEW in Burlington, 80 miles south of Bubba's home base.
You honestly need a rotator there to try and keep the lanes open. There's so much volume of traffic. You know, it's not like the 400 up in Barrie.
As lead rotator operator, it's up to Bubba to lead the team on the recovery, a new role that comes with his new truck.
I'm not a boss. I'm just a worker. I'll climb trees. I'll operate a chainsaw. I'm not afraid to work. But I'm not a boss.
And as he approaches the scene, Bubba gets an idea of what he's facing.
cleaning that back up.
When I get there, I seen it's a curtain side trailer, which doesn't have any walls. It's just like a tarp over the trailer. It's mangled, snow everywhere. This is a big job, and it's gonna be rough. Man, oh man, why'd I answer the phone? Man, oh man, why'd I answer the phone?
West of Toronto,
Just trying to weave my way backwards down the highway here.
Bubba Semple is facing 30,000 pounds of lumber rolled over on a busy stretch of the QEW.
It's getting more and more interesting along this stretch of highway.
At that location, there's so much volume of traffic. So the OPP want it done quick.
How many lanes are you gonna need?
I like one lane.
Local classic operator Ted Dobos, better known as Heavy, is already securing the scene alongside Kevin Moore, owner of competitor JKM Towing.
I got my truck that doesn't want to unlock.
They're looking to the rotator to clear the wreck while closing only one lane. But even that will create a severe bottleneck.
At that location, you've got 2.5 lanes that actually open up into 3 for the off-ramp. You've got 5 lanes plus the HOV there.
Get a bigger jacket, this is too cold.
But with the pressure on, Bubba can't even hook up.
Well, I was gonna chain to the frame, but the frame is completely enclosed. I'm almost thinking that chain the axles to the aluminum rails, and use the axles as the roll.
The problem is the bottom of the flatbed is different than a regular trailer. Being aluminum, it doesn't have the same holes as a metal trailer.
Well, how are we gonna go through there? Is there not, does that not, no? There's gotta be something.
Everything is different about this trailer underneath. You don't have sidewalls, so where else can I hook to?
We're trying to find out how we can chain these axles to the trailer. But right now, there's no issue. There's no way.
I know the load's already gone, but I mean, that's steel to aluminum.
It was a brain scratcher for sure. What can we do?
I don't want to do any damage. There is a way here. Just
okay.
There is a way. There's gotta be something. Because it's aluminum, we start pulling, that's potential damage.
What happens if we go from the top?
Everyone's looking at me, you know, as the leader. If I make a bad decision and tell someone something wrong and they get hurt, it's on me.
But Bubba and Ted see a possible answer.
Good, we've got a rip right there, Ted.
Yeah.
We'll take one of my big foundry hooks.
Yeah.
That beefy part of the aluminum.
Boom, right here,
right
yeah.
back out up here. And see here? So we'll put my wide strap there.
Okay.
Bubba decides to run straps down under the loose load and rig to solid structure on the lower edge of the trailer.
I'm just gonna go right around the whole vehicle, up over the side, the top, back over the side. So then it's gonna roll the whole thing over.
Hopefully we can do something similar on the front.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a look at the front to see if I can do the same thing. I don't see it. Hang on, bud, the strap.
Bring the hook up to me. I don't want to pull this tight until Bubba sees where I got it.
Okay, I gotta try and get inside of the trailer. Be very careful. Yeah.
The only solid rigging points on the trailer require rigging from the inside.
Ben's inside the trailer and it's a squish hazard. Grab the strap and lift it with me.
The load's inside. It could shift. If it shifts, Ben could get squished. So we have to get this done quick and get him out of there.
Keep it going.
Okay, got it. Okay, I got enough out here.
The straps are in place. Time for the real test.
Really feeling the pressure. Traffic's building and we gotta move.
Kevin from JKM will pull down on the tractor while Bubba lifts on the straps running under the load, allowing the wood to roll free. But the plan is all based on the load and tarp tearing free in the lift. If not, the weight of the wood could be too much.
I'm real concerned because if my truck slides, it could be real bad. The load could pull us literally back over.
Straighten my boom back out, and we'll get this pony show on the road. Okay, that should be good there. Climb up, Ben. Let her go. Careful in. Good man. Do I look center to the trailer to you, Ted?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you're good there, Bubba.
We're rigged, ready, let's rock and roll.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, you pull aggressive.
On the QEW,
Okay, Zach, same with your...
Bubba's rotator is losing the battle against a trailer full of lumber.
Whoa! What a disaster. My legs slid on the snow.
We can't have any type of slippage.
I should have known it was gonna happen, the snow underneath my stiff legs. I just wasn't thinking. Turned it right to ice. I should have known better. I'm gonna put some wood down.
Have Ben try and shovel underneath, put some wood blocking underneath to try and stop the slide.
Up on an angle or flat? No flat. More of a footprint. Stick it out. Yeah, right about there. Okay.
It's one of those jobs that it's a pain in the butt. Traffic's building, if the sun's starting to go down, we have to get this cleaned up.
I'm still weary on this, man. I still have a feeling it's gonna go, so I just turned everything on real low.
If my legs slip, everything can go wrong. I'm bigger than Kevin. I'll pull Kevin as well. We can have catastrophic failure in the tow trucks if I slide.
Okay, Bubba, let's go. Nice and slow.
Hold up!
The truck, it's still sliding on the blocks.
Bubba, I'd like to take a look at the backside.
Yep.
I'm kind of baffled at why. There's got to be something that we're not seeing.
See, it's because it's all gonna pop out, right? That's what's giving us the hard time. We're getting the shock load. The shock load's what pulled me over.
The plan hinges on the load rolling free in the lift.
Shock load in the toes are bad.
But the tarp's framework of metal supports is holding on to the heavy lumber, overpowering the rotator.
Bring out the saw. Cut the rail. Cut the rails. Want to cut the tarp? Yeah, if you can cut the tarp, it's okay, it's done.
The only way I can see to get this done is to cut the curtain supports. If we at least cut them, the load will come out. Hopefully that's gonna do.
It's another slowdown, another thing for the OBP to get upset with us, but this is all out of our control. Underneath that tarp is aluminum square tubes. So that's what he's cut. Yep. Yep.
But there's no way to reach the tubes on the other side.
You ready?
They'll have to hope they've freed up the wood enough for it to spill out.
Good. Yep. Do what you gotta do.
I hope that cutting the supports works, because I'm running out of options here.
It's coming, here it goes.
I'm going slow. Pull her hard. Just spit the board out. You get aggressive and I'll get aggressive on this, but slow.
This final pull, If it doesn't work, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I honestly don't.
Watch yourself there. Ready?
With one lane closed, the afternoon rush is building on the QEW.
Do what you gotta do.
While Bubba and fellow operator Kevin are fighting a stubborn load on icy terrain.
Watch yourself there. I slid on my wood.
My truck slides again. I am so frustrated, man. We have to come up with a solution or we're never gonna finish this recovery.
With the freight still clinging to the trailer, they need some plan to anchor the rotator. And classic operator Ted might have one.
Bubba, tell the cop we need this on the lane.
Yes.
The only solution that I have here is to do exactly what I've been trying to avoid doing. I'm gonna have to have the OPP close down a lane.
Well, tell the officer we need this lane.
We're just gonna use Ted to tie to my rotator just to stop me from sliding.
Anchoring the trucks is something that usually you don't have to do to actually tie another truck to another truck.
Pull.
With 2 lanes now closed, Bubba can't afford another setback.
One cable or 2, bud?
I think 1.
Okay.
We're already there.
Which one you want?
Do the front one.
The pressure is on now with that lane being blocked because now OPP, MTO, they're all on us.
Nobody in between these 2 trucks.
I wouldn't do it like that.
What do you want to do?
Down,
And go down, so I'm going down.
That's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
This way.
Yep, I hear you. Hey, give me a snatch block.
For what?
Snatch block. Like Kevin just said, if we go down low, we're actually pulling me down.
Kevin brought it to my attention to go down to a stiff leg.
Because you got to think.
Yeah.
Now we're changing the angle just like a winch, right?
Yeah.
You have your line coming down, working the physics, actually pulling my truck down to him. It's a good idea.
The downward pull on the rotator will create a stronger anchor.
You know where to go, right?
That's why you have to listen and go, you know what? Yeah, let's try that. It makes sense.
Ready?
This is it.
Very good.
It's coming. Here it goes.
Good job, buddy.
And when the trailer finally comes over, best feeling in the world. That's what we've all been trying to do here, and it just landed. The sun's starting to go down. You get a sigh of relief.
Unhook that, I'm gonna tell the cop he can take the line.
Things could have went better, but you know what? The job's done. The sun's still up a little bit, and my truck didn't go over. It's a win.
Now we can say we did a job because it's on his wheels.
And as the sun sets, the crew clears out the last of the wreck.
Tilt down, bring it in.
Gonna have Heavy take it around the corner, let Kevin worry about cleaning up the lumber tomorrow. You know, kind of kicked me in the butt and made me look a little silly sometimes, but this job, I learned a lot on it. To be a leader on this and have the guys follow my instructions and, you know, it is a good feeling, but teamwork is what it's all about.
Good deal.
Can't see a dang thing.
Next time on Heavy Rescue 401.
The visibility is really not the greatest right now.
Whiteout squalls.
Snow keeps coming down now. Traffic's backing up.
Attack the 402.
He's invisible. I cannot see that car.
Sending the OPP.
Who is stranded?
On a mission of mercy.
Hold on.
while John Allen wrangles
Stay on, please.
a wild load.
Bring it down, that's windy.